Good morning, guys. Welcome back. This is our first topic in second 9 weeks. So now we're getting more into algebra stuff, and we're going to start off easy with standard form. This is just another form of a linear equation, which is y equals mx plus b. So we're going to figure out how to convert between the two. So we've got standard form as ax plus by equals c. A, B, and C are all integers. These are numbers that will be given to you unless it's a word problem. We'll talk about that later. So what we want to do is convert this to y equals mx plus b, which is the form we're used to, so that we can graph it and it's just easier to read. Both are linear equations, so if you ever see the wording linear equation, it's either of these. And there's actually a couple more that we'll learn later. So let's get right into it. If we've got our y-intercept and our slope, which this is just y equals mx plus b, no standard form yet. This is our m, this is our b. We're just going to plug them into our equation. So by replacing m and b, go ahead and put that 2 where m is and that 1 where, or -1 where b was. And that's it for that one. So on your assignment today, this is the first 6 problems. This is what it's asking for. It's going to tell you y-intercept and slope, and you are just putting them into y equals mx plus b. Now, we have an actual standard form. 2x plus y equals 3. So here we have some steps. You might want to write this down. Move x using inverse. So we want x to go to the other side. We want to divide by whatever coefficient there is on y. On this one, we see we don't have a coefficient. We just have a 1 next to y, so we really just need to move that 2x. So how do we move 2x? We subtract it. And we are going to subtract it from the other side. Notice, these are not like terms, so we can't take 3, we can't do 3 minus 2, so we would not get 1x because they're not like terms. That 3 doesn't have an x. So we would just write them together. Y equals -2x plus 3. And this would be our answer. We're done with that one. So let's do another one. Again, steps, move x using the inverse, divide by the coefficient of y. So here we have 4x plus 5y equals -30. So we need to get 4x to the other side, and we need to get rid of 5. That is our coefficient of y. So to get rid of positive 4x, we are going to subtract 4x from both sides. Again, not like terms, so we need to just put them together. When you move from one step to the next step, it is super important that you make sure you bring down the coefficient and everything. So we have 5y equals -4x minus 30. Now, when we go to divide, division and multiplication are a little different. They go to everything. Whereas addition and subtraction can only go to like terms, division and multiplication go to everything. So notice I have -4x divided by 5, and then I've got -30 divided by 5. So we end up with y is by itself. That 4/5 cannot simplify any further. It's just 4/5. So -4/5 x. And then -30 divided by 5 is -6. And that would be our answer. That's it for that one. Let's move on to one last one. And then I'm going to let you guys get started. So we have x minus y equals -8. So of course we want to get rid of our x. So how do we get rid of a positive x? We subtract x to both sides. Again, not like terms, so we just place them next to each other. When you rewrite that, notice it's -y equals -x minus 8. If that negative in front of the letter distracts you, or it's just too complicated for you, put a 1. So -1y equals -1x minus 8. That way it makes things easier. So again, we are going to divide by the coefficient of y, which in this case is -1. When we go to divide, it goes to everything, not just one thing. So that -x divided by -1, negative make a positive, so that would be positive x. -8 divided by -1 would be positive 8. And that would be our answer. That's it. Bye guys, good luck.